Alright guys, I have to admit, I was wrong about Gotham Knights. I have to admit that Gotham Knights is probably one of the greatest games, one of the greatest superhero games of all time. And I just have to say that it probably stole my heart. And from the bottom of my heart, I have to thank this game for being the biggest pile of dog shit I have ever fucking played in the last fucking year. I genuinely do not know how this game got greenlit, and I really am curious about what really drove through their brains when they were creating this game and saying that they would probably make a profit or do something actually fucking influential within this industry. It is baffling, mind-blowing, mind-numbing to play this fucking game and actually try to enjoy yourself and have a good time. I really want to throw myself off a cliff when I play this game. I actually felt like I was having an aneurysm, a heart attack, and a fucking stroke at the same time while I was playing this game. I just couldn't speak for a lot of it. I was like, what the fuck is going on? I really have so much to say because I spent 2 weeks of my fucking life playing this shit. It's been a while, alright? It's been a while ever since I even touched this game. Or even thought about booting it up, because I have no fucking intention on playing this game up until now, until I wanted to kind of go back and see it. And when I did, boy oh boy, I turned that shit off immediately. When I saw that menu, bro, I was like, nope, I'm not playing that shit tonight. I'll play that shit tomorrow. Alright, we already know what the start is. This whole fucking intro, the best part of the game. But I toughened it out. The next day, I was like, I'm going to grind this shit out. I spent like 3 or 4 hours playing that shit. And I spent the last 2 weeks of my life playing this game, finishing all the side missions and doing whatever I can to really dive deep into this game. No matter how much I really genuinely wanted to jump off of a fucking cliff. So I am kind of here to kind of express what I was going through during that time. And I can't even begin to express how right I actually was about this game. Not only in terms of how it plays and how it looks, how it is written, and really how it flows, and so on and so on. But also how it was actually genuinely received. Because, I mean, from my understanding, most people thought that this was a pretty mediocre game, if we're being nice. And the lack of any real post-launch content, like, oh, the heroic assault with fucking Starro, holy shit, I almost had a stroke, Starro as the main villain for this fucking game, for all games. What the fuck? It really cemented this game, in my personal opinion, as forgettable. Okay, so let's just take a look back at this game. Alright, let's actually go through some of the motions of what went through this game. Spoilers alert, because everybody gets mad when I spoil shit. Spoilers alert, there's going to be spoilers. This is a fucking forgettable game, and I genuinely hope that you don't buy it if you haven't already bought it. Alright, I'm assuming that you haven't bought it. But just don't buy this shit piece of fucking garbage game. God damn. We're an hour in, and we literally know nothing about the court. Nothing about anything about really relevance to the plot. Nothing interesting's happening besides Batman's death. It has been one big holy sh... As I boot up the game, the most memorable scene of the whole game begins. I mean, it's the whole thing that the game was marketed around. Maybe besides the Court of Owls as well. But it's Batman's death. If it wasn't for the scene, I think a majority of people probably wouldn't have been invested in this game as much as they actually were. And while this was a pretty badass scene between Ra's and Batman, I'm not gonna lie, like, I would have loved to have a moment playing that, like in Arkham or something like that, where he breaks into the Batcave and you just have to fend yourself off. It would be amazing. It actually falls flat on kind of making you feel like what the tone is for the game. Like, that's not what the tone is going to be, or what it actually is going to feel like whatsoever. And it really doesn't set up the story either. It really is just trying to really capture the viewer's attention. And that's great for like a fucking movie, but I'm in a video game. I don't want to spend the next 15 minutes doing nothing. I think I spent like 11 minutes. We spent 11 minutes just doing absolutely nothing. And the rest of the game doesn't even feel like any of that. And the questions that are even presented within this aren't even answered. Hell, they're not even fucking, if they are answered, they're anticlimactically answered. And if they are answered, there's more questions with them. It's just a fucking whole fucking spew of bullshit. It's very fucking annoying. And honestly, it's very funny because the actual intro of the game is just, it's sad, man. It's really fucking sad. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, the start of the game is one of the stiffest dialogue moments and acting I've ever seen. It's some shit that you kind of see in like the CW or something. Like, it's kind of sad. This right here, this is the actual tone and setup of what the game is actually going to be. Right here, right there, this little fucking stupid little where you're spinning around. It's ridiculous though, especially if you do compare it to Arkham. And I know it's not, a lot of people don't like to be fair with that, right? It's not comparable to Arkham. But like WB Montreal, the same people that made below this game right here, they have their name on this game right here. They made Arkham Origins, whether they like it or not. Their name is on Arkham Origins too. That's the only game that made. And if you compare it to that, holy fuck, the intro to Arkham Origins sets up that game so perfectly. And you can't tell me that it doesn't otherwise. And I don't really know what happened. Like, where they thought the difference, you know, between gameplay and story is going to be. But, man, they fall flat very, very fucking fast. And this intro is where red flags start firing from all sides. And you truly get to see what this game is, really what it is. So, Langstrom is killed. And the freaks are there for some fucking reason. Like, they literally have no story reason to be there. There's no riot going on. They're just there to fucking cause shit and to cause havoc for no fucking reason after this man was just brutally murdered right below them. Like, it makes no sense for them to be there, like, whatsoever. I don't understand. But after all that, we go to the morgue to find his body and whatnot, and the actual villain of the game is there. Talia. Yeah, Talia. It might not seem like it for you know, like 99% of the game, but that right there, she's the main bad guy of the whole game. It's genuinely shocking. I'm not gonna lie. Not shocking in a plot twist type of way. Shocking in a fucking bullshit type of way. That's the type of shocking I mean. She has nothing to do with like most of the fucking game. I'm not even kidding you. Like, you can only interact with her within cutscenes outside of the final boss battle. She's the final boss battle. But you only interact with her within cutscenes, and that's it. You don't, like, go around with her, do shit. You don't fucking, like, you know, fight her a little bit beforehand to see her power or, like, get her moveset. You fight her at the fucking very end. After all of this major shit. And her only reason to be here, the only reason for her to be here, is to revive Bruce. That's the only reason for her to even be in this story. It's ridiculous. It's such a shame, too, because I was looking forward to the League versus the Court storyline. But not like this. Like, it was very, very fucking disappointing. There's so much they could have done with Ra's or even Lincoln March, for crying out loud. Made it an actual war for Gotham, but I can't even remember Gotham truly even being affected by this war. Maybe like one time with the red skies after you come out of the labyrinth. That's the only time I can really remember something happening. But that's about it. And it's just bad developing on top of already bad writing, because the world never really made me feel like it was affected once by what was actually happening within the story. You remember Scarecrow? You know, gassing all of Gotham in Arkham Knight? You remember that? You remember Ra's al Ghul, you know, doing crazy shit to fucking Hugo Strange and in Protocol 10? You remember that shit? I mean, I do. Do you remember what happens in Gotham Knights? Because I fucking barely do, and I just played that shit 12 fucking days in a row. Maybe Mr. Freeze and Clayface, right? They had some moments where they would go through the city, but again, one, it's fresh on my mind, and two, they're fucking side missions that don't even let you go 50 yards off of the fucking path without telling you to get back onto the track. in 10 seconds or they're gonna kill you. Like, what the fuck? Now I kind of understand that they didn't do it because maybe they couldn't develop it because they didn't have the budget for it. And if they did try to put that shit onto the console, you know, a crazy war going on between assassins and Court of Owl members going on, then potentially our consoles would fucking implode within themselves. Let's go back to Lincoln March and the Court of the fucking Hooters. I am sick and tired of this shit. This has to be the top 3 most disappointing things about the game. I can't even lie. Like, after you visit Penguin and Harley Quinn, you visit Penguin like maybe twice in the game. Okay, well, you visit him 3 times, I'm pretty sure. And after the 3rd time, he just becomes like a little side character that gives you fucking stupid-ass side quests to do. After that, you finally meet the court. After like 3 hours of the game. Ridiculous. The setup wasn't even fucking good. I can't even lie. The setup was fucking garbage. And I really wish I saved it. I had this footage still. I really wish I fucking properly saved it. But bro, when I first walked in there, they were like, "Oh, we're in trouble now." I'm not even exaggerating that voice. That's exactly what the court members said when I first entered and saw them with the masks. I was like, no fucking way. This is how, like, what if this was the first time you were introduced to the Court of Owls? Bro, I'd be like, wow, they're wacky and crazy and they're in trouble now. And I just genuinely cannot believe that the dialogue for the fucking NPCs were just so stupid. It's just ridiculous. Like, there's so many things that are so simple, I feel, that could have been changed. And they just completely fucking fumbled a lot of this shit that was easy to do. Like, the lore that you can figure out within the court is pretty cool, sure, right? But the main story, they seem so fucking incompetent and not intimidating whatsoever. The fact that Batman didn't find out about them sooner kind of explains why this Batman's kind of dead. Jacob Kane is the worst character in this fucking game, and I can say this confidently. I mean, he has 2 to 3 cutscenes. Jacob Kane, I mean, like himself, just him. He has like 2 to 3 cutscenes, I'm pretty sure. And then, as the Court of the Owls leader or whatever, the voice of the court, he has like maybe 3 or 4, right? And then altogether, he has like 10 cutscenes. So he has like maybe like 10 minutes worth of dialogue. And this guy's supposed to be the fucking main character or the main villain of the whole fucking game. Like, bro, it's ridiculous. It's redonkulous. He's fucking worthless. It's so sad. You know? I'm just saying, Lincoln March, or hell, even giving Bruce a legitimate brother would have been so much better than what we got. It would have been so much more personal, so much more emotional than what we had. And I think that maybe even you wanted to protect him a little bit more. And if Talia did get to him, then holy shit, that would have been fucking emotional shit, because that would have been the last little piece of Bruce that you had in this world. And holy fuck, wow, look at that. I could write a better story than WB Montreal in like 5 seconds. There's so much they could have done. And the fact that Scott Snyder praised them for expanding the court's lore as if they actually did something worthwhile is actually a little sad. And I feel bad for Scott, because if he looked at this shit, I think he would be low-key embarrassed. I don't think he would have wanted any of this shit for the court. They're cucked by the league. They are cucked by the league. Who even is this last little fucking member of the fucking court? Who is this last voice? No one fucking knows. Nobody cares. It's ridiculous. I can go on and on about this shit dialogue and story, but since I accidentally fucked up and deleted most of my footage, I'm just gonna skip straight to the end. Realistically, like, fuck it. I'm just gonna go straight to it, because looking back on it, most of the in-between of the game is pretty useless. It's like dumb cutscenes of the Bat family trying to figure out what's going on with the court, and then you going up to Talia, talking to her disappearing, and then some random shit happening with the court. Like, it's so fucking useless in between that if you just watch the first like few cutscenes and the last few cutscenes, you're set. You're literally set. You're good. Once you fight off 5 man-bats in a row, like, literally fucking shit flow. Horrible design, by the way. I just have to let you know. They literally throw 5 man-bats at you. The first one, that Arkham Asylum one, okay. And then you have to fight 3 more to unlock the fucking ending of the game. ridiculous. Then you fight one more in a cave.
One positive about this game is that the environments are pretty decent. I have to fight another man-bat? My god, I just fought fucking 3 of them, bro. That's a joke. This is a joke. I think, honestly, that's why I decided to make this video on April 1st. Because this game is low-key a fucking joke sometimes.
Bro. Like, what fucking shit is this? They are just... It's a terrible enemy type. They should have just done it, like, fucking 2 or 3 times. And I don't know. I don't know what the fuck they were doing, bro. I was really bad. You finally get to Talia, right? You find Talia and what she's planning. And her plan is to revive Bruce to be her general. And then he comes back and kills himself. Jesus Christ. It is truly it's a horrible ending. Bruce has no idea that these court guys are fucking undead. He's legitimately breaking his rules just to kill himself and stop them from having a Lazarus pit. Bruce, you don't know that these talons are undead. You don't. Like, you're just... It's such a bad ending. I don't really know what the fuck to say about it. Like, throughout the entire story, we solved nothing. The League and the court can easily come back and build up their reinforcements. Talia's gone. She can build up the League in another country. The fucking court literally still has billionaires out there doing shit. The fuck you gonna do, Nightwing? Like, we solved nothing in this game. The League and the court can easily come back and have more reinforcements. Talia left. She's still alive. The court still has fucking League, or still have fucking members that are at the head of Gotham. They can still do whatever the fuck they want. They literally say this in the end. What the fuck did we solve as players then? We are back to square one with Bruce dead, Talia still out there, and the court fucking doing random shit. What the fuck did we solve?
I'm dodging. I'm moving. I'm dodging. Yo, what the fuck? I'm not trying to get mad about this. I'm really not. This is one of the fucking worst fucking pieces of fucking content I've ever played. This is horrible. They give me one way to avoid attacks, and I can't do it. What a fucking trash system. WB Montreal, you deserve to fucking have this game bomb. You deserve to have this fucking failure that's on top of your shoulders. You trash developing studio.
The side missions didn't really matter either. Clayface and Mr. Freeze had nothing to do with the story whatsoever, and their motives for being evil pieces of shit are flimsy at best. Like, they're fucking horrible. I don't understand why they took 2 villains known for being sympathetic and turned them into, I want to destroy everything. I want to kill everybody in Gotham villains. I don't get it. I will admit, I had fun during the Harley Quinn missions, and the boss itself was fun and quick, but Mr. Freeze and Clayface bosses, they can suck my fat cock. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. Some of the worst bosses I've ever played in any video game, along with Talia as well. Talia was pretty shit as well. They really fumbled the bag with that. The story fell flat, and it was the only thing that was fucking saving this game from being a pile of shit, because the gameplay...
No. No, wrong one! He was dead! The fucking one you hit was dead.
Oh man, the gameplay. The gameplay is absolute fucking dog shit, bro. The enemies you have to fucking heart attack like that are dodging you, they dodge your attacks. And the drone bitch enemy, 90% of the fucking boss fights, most of the fucking gameplay is just legitimate fucking dog shit. And I hate comparing this shit to Arkham, because at least Arkham has some longevity to its combat. You can't compare this shit to Arkham, because Arkham's actually fucking good. Period. I couldn't play Gotham Knights for longer than 50 minutes at a time, and I'm being paid to talk about this shit right now. It is slow, sluggish, and not the right fit for any of these characters. Why the fuck is Nightwing slow and sluggish? With Robin too. Maybe Nightwing, or I'm sorry, maybe Red Hood. But Batgirl? Come on now, we're not that fucking dumb. This shit's just fucking boring, man. And I don't even need to explain what they need to do right, because Arkham Knight was right there with all of these characters done better, more refined, with actual flow. Maybe not as much backstory, story, or character, right? They didn't really have that characterization, but Gotham Knights has none of that. And actively hurts the player for trying to do anything interesting with the combat. Mr. Freeze, I'm not gonna lie, Talia and Clayface were some of the worst boss fights I've ever played in any video game. Trying to dodge enemies that are like moving so much fucking faster than you, knowing you reacted the way the game has been teaching you the whole fucking time, only to be punished, is fucking ridiculous. I just despise the bosses in the gameplay here. It's fucking shit. It's something everybody saw coming when they first revealed the combat and gameplay. You know, you remember that Nightwing and Red Hood trailer? Yeah, you remember that? Yeah, that shit was 6 months from release, and nothing changed. Not a damn thing changed. And it's funny how so many thought they would have changed something, and they just kept it the exact same without listening to a single legit feedback. Not a single piece of feedback that could have really helped this game. It's ridiculous. Even the bike and the Traversal represent how sluggish and like slow and rough this game is. The bike feels like it was fucking weighing 100 tons. It was fucking horrible. It needs thrusters. Like, holy fuck, the Batmobile feels so good, man. I miss the Batmobile. At least you could fucking thrust that shit and you feel good when you thrust that shit. Man, I'm sounding real sexual right now. But man, when you thrust that shit, you're going hard. You know what I mean? You're going deep and fucking fast. And goddamn it, with the bike, you're going slow. You're going fucking like soft and limp. And you're going fucking like oh man, you're going fucking painfully slow. Painfully slow. The Traversal pisses me off. And the fact that you had to do challenges that take about fucking 2 hours worth of side missions to do before you could even unlock them is ridiculous. This is literally like having in Miles Morales. Like, imagine in Miles Morales, if you couldn't web swing, you could just like web zip, right? And then you have to do 2 hours worth of side missions to unlock the web swinging. And when you get the web swinging, it's the fucking the Avengers video game web swinging, not the fucking Spider-Man Insomniac web swinging, but the fucking Avengers. And then you just see the fucking Spider-Man one swinging above you, like all gracefully, and he's just swinging around, and you're just the Avengers one. Just, oh no, you know what I mean? That's how I feel when I play this fucking game and try to play the Traversal. I want to blow my brains out. And they're also bad, too. Like, Robin and Nightwing's Traversal, holy shit. That shit, I cannot believe it. Like, floating down on the Fortnite glider was honestly making me yawn most of the time. And Robin's Traversal is really fucking embarrassing. Like, teleporting is some of the most boring shit you can do, bro. Like, I'm not Nightcrawler. Why am I teleporting around? And Red Hood just really makes me scratch my head. And Batgirl just makes me miss Arkham's gliding. And again, it's not even like the idea of these designs that are bad. It's the execution of these ideas that really make them bad. Done by the right team, all of this could have been done very well. But of course, it was done by WB Montreal. I had so many horrible frame drops too. Like, holy shit.
Did he really just throw something at me, bro? Oh my god! Holy shit, the frame... Bro! Holy shit, what's happening? What's happening to my frame rate right now? Oh my god. This is, oh my goodness. Oh my god, this is not the Elgato, this is the game. Oh my god. I don't know what's happening right now. Is my game about to crash? No, my game's better now. Oh my god, no, it's still bad. This has got to be some of the worst frame drops I've ever witnessed in this game. In any game, actually. I've never seen a game dip that hard before for that long. Holy shit, that was wild, dude. They obviously didn't fix those bugs over the fucking 50 gigabytes of updates I had to do when I had to update this game. Holy shit. Woo! Man, those frame drops were wicked. I don't know if it's like this part of the map if it was just the combat section right there, but that was bad. I mean, like, that was really, really concerning. Like, bro, holy shit.
It was insane. Like, I've been playing Fight Night Champion, like I've been saying, in Max Payne. Even with these decade-long games, I haven't experienced something as unoptimized as Gotham Knights. I literally cringed seeing my frame drops to fucking 10 from 30, wondering what this shit would have looked like on the fucking PlayStation 4. It's really ridiculous. I mean, I played this game twice, unlocked all the character shit, paid more attention to the second time to the story all around, and I still think that this game is a pile of absolute stinky doo-doo shit. The constant eye-rolling moments in this game, in the story, the gameplay that makes me wish I was playing an 8-year-old game, Arkham fucking Knight, and the lack of any fucking post-game content or anything that really fucking makes the game any better really turns me off to this game. I really hope that WB Montreal stay far away from any and all DC characters. Please, for the love of God, don't touch them again.